Hello everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to stop by and do a little craft with me. But I wanted to show you what I've been working on this morning, and they're very addictive. And I'll do a tutorial if you'd like, but they're very simple. I mean, very self-explanatory. What I did was, first, I started off with these because I have them. They come in a package and they're just like garment tags. So I took some of my dried flowers and I'll show you some. They're in here. They're very fragile, so I have to be very careful. But these I got last year when we were traveling to Vermont, and these actually came from South Carolina. So they're in there last summer, August, so they don't take long. I just keep them in here, and then I put them in a sleeve, and then I keep them flat. But so anyway, I started off with this one. These are from my project that I'm working on for my journal for Raindrop Lila. And so I did this one first, and I love the way it came out. It's so pretty, and it's just going to be a little dangle. I don't know on what yet, but I had these, and I just thought, oh, how pretty. So that's all I've done, and I've done the, I did a video where I showed how to do this, and it's just Mod Podge, not Mod Podge, but matte medium over the top. Mod Podge doesn't dry for me, so these are never going to come off. They're nice and sturdy, and they're fine. And then this one is just going to be a paper clip, and it's going to clip on the side of the page, I think. But this one I put one of my butterflies on, and just took little pieces of the flower and put those around the butterfly, and the same on this side, and then just did the matte medium over it. And then this one, I had a circle, so I thought I'd try that. In case you don't have these, you just punch a circle. This is a 1.5 inch circle. And then I put my lavender here, and instead of tape, I put a little piece of lace. I thought that was cute. And it says kind and gentle, and this is from the, I forget what kit, but it is from Raindrop Lila, and I believe it's from her. I'm really sorry. I'm using so many of her kits, I can't remember the name of it. But if I can, I'll remember. I'll link it in the kit, the description link below. So that's what that is, and I haven't decided yet what I'm going to use this on. Like, am I going to make a dangle from it? What am I going to do? You know, I haven't decided yet. This just says a pleasant day, and then one of my butterflies, and then the lavender, and then some age tape, faux age tape. And this one has the lace on it. So I only had a little bit, so I just used it on that side, and I didn't have enough for that side, so I just used the age tape. I think it looks fine. And then I do a lot of piecing. I just lost the word. Anyway, I use these. I put the fabric over it, okay? And then I fold the fabric underneath, and then I stitch it, and then I take it off, and it comes out in this shape. So I have like all different sizes of these, and what's it called? Fabric piecing? I'm sorry, I'm really tired. You'll all be happy to know, if you watch my previous video, everything's fine with my journal. I've figured it all out, and it's beautiful. She is beautiful, so I'm working on the ephemera, and she should be done, hopefully, this week, because I'm doing a lot of stitching and stuff. And then this one, and all I did was I embossed these little pieces. So I didn't have to cut them out. They were already cut out. But I just put a bunch in my embossing folder, and then I embossed them. So this one has this butterfly, and this side has this butterfly. I thought they went well with the lavender. And they're all coated. They're not going to come apart. And so, yeah, those are done. And I might make some more, but they are very time consuming. Well, the time consuming if you do them like I do. Like I pull like pieces off and tried to decide on the butterfly and should I put words, and, you know. So now that I know what I'm doing after playing, um, then it just like, I just kept going. Like, what else can I put it on? You know how it goes. So those are those. But today I am going to make a journaling spot for my journal, and I thought that I would take you along. This is not my idea. It is inspired by G. Kerr over at Happiness and Crafting Facebook group, but you can find her at G. Kerr on YouTube. So I have a little bit of a different take, but it's basically the same. So all you're going to need is a paper that's going to fit inside, because this is going to fit inside a pocket, you know, because I'm making that tall skinny journal. So I have a pocket that's like this wide on the side of my page, and this is going to slide right into that pocket. But it's going to be a journaling spot. So I'll show you what I did. I think this is from the Felicity kit, and I've combined a lot of her kits, but I'm pretty sure this is the Felicity kit. But like I said, I've combined a lot of them, so I'll try really hard because I've got a lot of pages printed. And then this is from her, I think it's from her doily kit, but it's a Swiss dot. So I've chosen that for the writing space, and the writing space is going to go right in here, okay? And then this can flip down, but it flips up like this, so you have more writing space here. This is so simple, guys, and then you can just decorate it how you want. And if you'd like to stay, I'd love you to, so that you can send it. I'm so sorry. So you just want to make sure that it folds there nicely, and then bring this up so that it fits good inside here. Now, I may have cut mine a little bit short, but that doesn't bother me at all. Like, you know, I could have probably had it a little bit wider, but I still think that that gives you enough writing space. And you could do tea stain paper in here. And also you could use book page, would look really nice. G used some book page, it looked awesome. But I've already used my book page for different things, so that's why I'm making mine this way. So all you're going to do is, does that look straight? I think it is. I'm so fussy. So all you're going to do now is, and I printed it on both sides because with this sheet, I was going to use it for something else. And then I thought, oh, wait, I'll use it in this because when it flips up, then it will match sort of like this. See, it's like the same page. It's the same paper. But this was printed double-sided because I was going to use it in something else. And then I saw, you know, I was looking for inspiration on some more writing space for the tall skinny journals. And G had made this, so I decided, in case you don't follow G, then perhaps you will like it and go over and visit her and see how she made hers. So all I'm going to do is now take my piece here, keep it folded, and now all I'm going to do is glue this and glue it in. So this will stay attached to the inside. Pretty sure to use glue stick, but I'm just going to go around my edges like I do. And if you want to stitch it, you could. I may or I may not. But I won't do it on camera, obviously. I ran out of thread that I've been using, so I'm kind of disappointed about that because it holds me back, and I don't like that happening. So now what I'm going to do is just take this and take my art glitter glue and just go around the edges, because that way I know it won't lift. My goodness. Every time I leave, I haven't used this since this morning when I was making those. And that's how I attached all the flowers. I used the art glitter glue and then I went over it. So now I'm sure my glue stick is probably dried, so I'm just gonna do this. Just, you know, so my edges don't lift. I don't know. I have a good glue stick, but sometimes it lifts. Or I don't get it close enough to the edge. You know how that happens? I'm just going to put a little bit more glue here just in case that dried, because this, for some reason, dries really fast. Oh, maybe it didn't. Okay. Okay. So then, all you're going to do is take this, and you're going to place this here, making sure that it kind of matches at the top, but I'm not going to go all the way because I like that little piece peeking out there. There we go. And just put it down like that. And then make sure this is folded up even, which mine wasn't. Don't know why. And then press it down. Is this not the greatest writing space? I think it's so pretty. And this paper I love. And I am combining a lot of the papers. So like I said, it's hard to... I had this kit. I have a lot of her kits, so I've been using them. As I see, you know, I just want to kind of mix things up a little bit. Okay, so that's all. That's all you do. Except you're me, and you want to add a little bit more. So I cut this a little bit shorter, see, on the edge here, because I am wanting to add a little bit of lace to that. So I'm going to, because you know me. I tried to stay away from the lace as much as I could, and I'm doing okay. It's a little difficult, but I can't help it. Sorry, I was trying to put my pen in. Okay, so now I just need a little bit of fabric tack because I am going to use the lace. Where is my tool? I'm so sorry, guys. Keep forgetting to... I have a big tool basket. When I video, I move it. I'm sorry about that. So now I'm going to do is open this up because I don't want to get any glue on the other side of that. I'm just going to run a little bit of fabric tack along this edge, because that's where I want to put a piece of lace, just so the person knows to open it. Are you having a good day? Are you crafting? I love Saturdays. It's kind of gloomy here. Our dog was sick, so I was up a lot during the night. My husband and I took turns taking her out and walking her. I was at 3. I did the 3 o'clock. It reminded me of when my children were little. She's seemingly better. She's been sleeping a lot today, but she was up a lot last night. I was up with her. But I did take a nap this morning, so. And then I just couldn't stand it. I wanted to get up and play. So I did. So I was up at 7:30. And then I laid back down about, I don't even know what time it was. I don't even know what time it is. So there you go. Oh, and you know what happened? I should know better. I should know better because this has happened before. My husband brought me a cup of tea. And I always, now I just left that hanging over just a little bit. I'm just going to pull it over a little bit more so that you can see that on the other side as well. And I'll stitch that. Maybe. Sometimes I don't like the way it looks on the other side, so I might not. So see, I just left a little bit hanging off the side. You don't have to do that, but you don't even have to add the lace. Just, you know me. So I'm just going to put a little bit more under there because I think I wiped most of it off. Silly. Sorry. My videos always take so long because I do so many blunders. Just running this along here so it stays. Here we go. Kind of wasted a little bit, but that's all right. I'll use it in something else. So next, just trim it if you do that. That was silly. That's okay. Now, if I was slow stitching this, I wouldn't mind the stitching on the other side, but I'm running out of time for slow stitching. I've slow stitched a few things. I've been doing some, I've shown them on videos. The little things I've been, well, I think I put them in a group. Ann Oldesini at Oldesini, she does slow stitching on Sunday nights. So I kind of follow along and kind of learn the stitches with her, even though some of them I know, I just forget. Or she has an easier way of doing it. So anyway, that's what I do on Sunday evenings. I watch her. And so I've been doing a lot of slow stitching for this project. So anyway, that takes care of that. Okay, so here we go. What do you think? Pretty, right? I didn't really plan a lot of this out. I kind of just turned on the camera. So next, what I want to do is I glued this in. This flips down. You could actually put a little pocket here and a little pocket there, because I have extra of this. So I won't do it now because I haven't really planned that. I just thought of it. I'll probably do that. I'll add a pocket here and maybe a pocket here, but not so tall. Maybe go up like about that high. And then I can slide something in here, like maybe some more paper. Good idea. See, that's how I craft. I just kind of, it comes to me off the top of my head as I'm doing it. So I'm just going to use, I'm going to tie this. And you don't have to, but I am, because I just think it'll look pretty. And I'm just using a piece of sari. And I didn't have any, I wonder if I have, I dyed this. If you just hold on one second, I just don't know if I have any of the color that I haven't ruffled yet. I think that would be too, oh, that would have looked so cute on the edge. I'll use it for something else. Let me just see if I have any left of the, that I haven't ruffled yet, real quick. Just because it might look better. I'll go with the white, it's fine. So all I'm gonna do now is make sure that this is kind of centered. And then I'm just gonna, wait a minute, hold on one second. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. How do I want to do this? Actually, I think I want to do it here. I do. I'm going to. I'm going to glue it here. So, let's do that. Let me open this. I'm not going to glue it in the center. I think I'm going to glue it here. Because there's something else I want to do. See? You do you. If you want to glue it here, you can. If you don't want to make a tie and you want to just do a paper clip, if you don't want to do anything, don't do anything. You don't have to follow it exactly. We never do. So then I'm just going to rub this out a little bit. It's not going to matter much because I'm going to put something over that. I was going to put it here and put something over it, but I just changed my mind. As you know, I do that often. So I'm just going to twist this a little bit. So, and then just push it down. Because I have, you know how I take pieces and emboss them for my twisted tangles. So anytime I have scraps, I emboss them so that I have them for my twisted tangles. And I've been doing that as I've been going along with this project so that I have them to match. And I've got them in a little tin. So now what I'm going to do is, because I haven't folded this yet to make a twisted tangle, it is embossed. So I'm going to put this, hold on one second, maybe. Maybe that won't work. Oh well. I thought what I could do is, it's got birds and leaves on it. Can you see that? It's just on the reverse side. It's a piece of this because I cut it down. I think I do need it a little bit more narrow. Or what do you think? You think that's okay? I'm going to leave it alone. If I start cutting it, I'm going to really make a mess. So I'm just going to fold this in half. Like this. Isn't that pretty with the birds? I hope you can see that in the camera. And this paper is so beautiful. I'll show you real quick a bigger piece. It's like all different laces. See? I can't remember the name of the kit, people. I am so sorry. If I can remember it, I'll leave it in the link below. But yeah, it's beautiful. These aren't all of them. These are just some that I wanted to print. So now I'm just going to, oh, I wish I could hear you tell me if this is going to be too wide. I just don't want to cut it because if I start cutting it, you know what I mean? I don't want to cut anybody's head off or their feet off. And it looks so pretty. So what I'm going to do is leave it alone because it's just paper, right? I can print it again. That's the beauty of digitals. Or book page. You know what I mean? You can cut another piece of book page. You don't have to use a digital. I've used so many book pages in this journal. So many I had to almost remake the journal. Well, I just had to remake the cover, that's all. I had to make it a little bit different than I had originally planned. So that, and then that's fine. But she's all done and she's beautiful. I'll show you maybe in the next Once I have the signatures tied in and I start to decorate it, if you'd like to see, you know, that process, let me know. You know, me putting in like little tuck spots and pockets and things. I'd be happy to do that. I just can't tie her in yet because I still have some edges to do with some threads, like stitching, and I'm waiting for a thread to come. So I ran out. And I can't change it because I've used it throughout the journal. And I can't get it anywhere but Amazon, where I had originally ordered it from. I was afraid if I did, I wouldn't get the right color. You know, and we don't. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, that's going to tie over here, but it's not. Okay. When you think on your feet like this, just keep, like, pay attention. It's hard when you're on video and you change your mind. Because then sometimes I make a mistake. But it's okay. Like I said, it's only paper. And I used Fabri-Tac because I'm using the sari. You could use twine. Nothing. You could do a little grommet here and tie it there. I just thought that would look pretty. So anyway, I hope you can hear me. There we go. Okay, sticky fingers. Not really. Nope. Okay, that's it for that. Now, all I'm going to do now is watch. Hope this works. Because I tied it. I put it in a different spot than what I was originally planning. I just hope I have enough of this. It's very soft. It's very thin, which I wanted. And I'm just going to tie a bow. Yeah, like that. And then you can keep your secrets in there. Or just, you know, poem or song lyrics or whatever you want. So now, I think I'll just trim it. Now for this, I am going to have to hand stitch the edges because I don't want it to fray. And I might have to do some slow stitching along the edges as well. Because you know, sorry, it frays. Okay. There we go. How pretty is that? But. But. I always have a but, right? Okay, so do you remember those little tiles that I make? I thought what would be really pretty, because I'm making it real nature, this journal that I'm making, I've decided to do it like a nature theme, because I'll either have a theme or I'll have a name, and that's what inspires me primarily. So what I thought I would do is I have these little tissue paper butterflies. I'm so sorry I didn't finish fussy cutting this out. Hold on one second. So I thought I'd grab a couple of these to embellish the inside a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, add a little bit of something. It always just makes me happy when I do that. I don't know why. It just does. And that's good. I don't want to cut its little antennae off. There we go. Hold on. Concentrating. So I didn't work on my little journal because I wanted to do this, but I will take you along after I tie in the signatures that I made yesterday out of my scraps. So I'm going to open this back up before I show you that little dangle that I made, the little dangle charm. I I thought what I'd do would be fun is to put a contrast color here so it would be so pink, and then have a little butterfly down here for when the person opens it. So what do you think? And it kind of contrast, you know, it's not real matchy-matchy. So yes, go for it. Well, I am. So I'm going to do is take my glue stick and make a sticker out of this, just like I have been. That's all you do is, so you don't have to buy them, you know, you can print them. I've got an instant sticker. See? I mean, you might end up with gluey fingers, but it's okay. I haven't yet. So I'm going to put this here, just for contrast. Add some blue, because I do have lots of blue in the journal. And birds and butterflies, flowers. And then, so the person's going to, yeah, so I need this to go this way, because when you, yep. Can you see? I keep forgetting I'm working on a tall skinny. So I keep forgetting that I might not be in frame. So again, this is just one of my tissue paper butterflies that I fussy cut out. I try to fussy cut all at once. That way everything is done, and then butterflies go in one, flowers go in another, and then it's just much easier. And there. And that still leaves plenty of writing space, but adds just a little touch of something pretty and different. And that brings in my garden flower botanical sort of theme. Okay? So we lift that back up, close it here, tie it here, but one more thing. I'm going to tie this like this, right? Make a bow. And you could do this for any kind of journal. This would fit in any journal because it's not very tall. I didn't make it as tall as, you know, the journal. So I'll tell you the measurements. It's an 8.5 by 11 sheet, folded in thirds. And then it ends up being this one, 1, 2, 3.5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would fit in your journal, you know. I mean, you might want to cut it a little bit shorter if you're not making a tall, skinny journal. Might want to cut it to 7 because your paper is going to be 8.5 by 11. So yeah, so you might want to cut it to 7 if you're doing a landscape as opposed to a portrait, if that makes sense. So then, do you remember these little tiles I was making with napkin? This is just a napkin. First I paint this, just, you know, it's just cardboard. And I paint both sides all different colors. Like I just swatch it on there with acrylic. And then I just add a little bit of glue. And then I add it's a gloss, and I don't have it here, and I can't tell you the name of it. Doesn't matter. It's a yeah, I can't tell you the name of it. It comes in a jar. It's a varnish light, sort of. And so then I put it over the napkin after I've decoupaged it on there. And then this is just a little bit of gold paint, but you could use wax, I think. So, and then I added this little bird to it because it has the butterfly on it already. I was going to use a butterfly, but then I thought, oh wait, no, it has a butterfly on it because that's just napkin. And I'm going to attach it like so, right here. And then you have a little bit more contrast. You've got a bird. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize, but I've got birds in this too. See? Happy. It's not a mistake, but it's a happy coincidence. So I've got a little butterfly there, bird here. This, little dangle charm. I have so many of them. They're addicting. If you haven't seen that video, or if I haven't, I may not have done one. I may have just shown them like I just did the flowers. But if you're interested in knowing how to do those, they are so fun. And I've started doing them on, instead of using like little pieces of cardboard, not cardboard, cardstock, I've just been using index cards to make them. One on one side, one on the other, glue it together, paint it all different colors. This has like a peach and an aqua and a gold, and I just swish it all around. I don't have any here. I might have one in here that like I haven't done yet, but here's another one I've done. See? This has just got some back paper on it, and this is just a little picture of a girl. It's not even a napkin. Same with this one. This is done on, I glued her onto a index card, and then this is a piece of an index card, put them together, and then just put that varnish over them. And I'll make a dangle out of it at some point. I just leave it in my little bowl here. I wish I had one that was just painted so I could show you. Or with just the napkin on it, but I'll do a tutorial. I'll do a craft along, I promise. Because they're so fun. They're so fun and so relaxing. So there you go. So that's it. Simple. But so sweet, right? And so that's going to be a journaling spot. So the person will open it up. And then that will stay on there because it's pinned over there. Open it up. Open this up, and I'll put two little pockets here, and I'll put some paper in there. And that's it. Close it back up and tie it. And that's today's video. And I hope you like my little junk jewelry that I've made. I'll put it over here so you can see it. If you'd like a video on those, please do let me know, because these are so simple. It's so sweet, I think, in your journal. And yeah, so have fun. And you could use stickers. You don't have to use pressed flowers. See, I used a sticker there. Well, tracing paper, but it's just like a sticker. And I found these in a book. Look at, aren't they so sweet? So I'm going to use these in my book, in my journal as well. It's geraniums, and one's in a flower pot, one's in a cup. So yeah, so I'm real excited about that. So that is today's video. I do have an extra piece of lace. How can I have an extra piece of lace? It's like, where do I want to put it? You can't have too much. Oh well. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Cheryl, stop. I'll stop. I know you're all yelling. Enough. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. I so appreciate it. I'm going to get to my comments today, I promise. I was going to try last night. I started, but then my little Daisy, who's 16 and sick, well, she's been sick. Oh, here's something I've done. This is a little slow stitch I did. See? Here. And I made this little, it's just a little, it's one of my sewing books. But like, I love, these are little French knots. And this is just printed on some fabric. And then you open it up, and this is just some more fabric that I put inside. And, yeah, I keep like seed beads in there, and floss, a little bit of lace, threads, buttons. And then somebody had made me this beautiful cross. I did not, but I think it's easy enough to probably make. And then I just keep some fabric and laces back there. I'm working on a project. But yeah, isn't that so cute? Looks so nice in a journal. So you wouldn't have to make, you know, something like this. This is just a very old antique piece of linen and some antique lace that I had. So that's what I did. I just cut it up, and so simple, right? So simple. And this is just some wool felt. If you use regular felt, like from the Dollar Tree or what have you, and you don't use the wool felt, I find that the pins rust. So that's just a tip. By all means you could, but I mean, I just buy this. It's very inexpensive. You get like, I think 3 yards of it for, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, maybe $10. I don't know, because I have so much of it. I don't use it very often. So that's it. I'm sorry about that. I squirreled. I know. I do it all the time. Okay. I hope you stayed with me so that you could have seen the finish. All right. Until next video, be well, be safe, have a wonderful rest of your night or day. I don't know what time it is. And I will see you in the next video, which likely will be tomorrow. Okay, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Be well, be kind, be safe, and God bless. Love y'all. Bye-bye.